Here in my kitchen today, I'm going to make some radish kimchi, which is very loved by a lot of Koreans. When making radish kimchi, the most important ingredients is naturally yes, radish. This big radish is mostly used, and this one is very hard and very crispy and very watery. So this is very good. And another important ingredient is Koreans' favorite, sauce like this is red pepper powder or flake. This is a homegrown and 100%, sun-dried product. And another one is garlic, so it gives a very special flavor. And this one is another important the thing to make any kind of Korean kimchi. This is a very little shrimp, and this is salted for more than maybe 6 months, and this is fermented, and it gets very umami and it's very savory. So we use this kind of shrimps a lot. So this is the most essential. And for balancing, we need some sugar. And for salting, we will use salt. There are so many ways of cutting this radish. First of all, I'm going to get rid of some of the small roots, and I'm gonna wash it. If you like, you can peel the skin like this with some peeler. Yep, I'm going to peel all the skin here and discard. Before we get to the to cut into the desirable shape and size, so I'm going to tell you some so the ways of the Koreans cut the radish. Actually, I'm gonna tell you the biggest one. In some restaurant serves a very big radish kimchi, which is round cut first, and then cut into maybe this half round, or maybe this thick, or sometimes people just cut in quarter, and this will be made into kimchi. But today I'm not going to make the kimchi because this is too big to edible at one bite. So I'm going to cut into very small slices. So just to forget about this. And then I'm going to cut this. First of all, I'm going to cut into this shape, this, and then just this, and then cut like this. Then so the size is like this, and it's look, if you look at on my palm, so it's just a one bite size. It's a very desirable size. Okay, so I'm going to pull this into a big bowl. The same will be applied here. Again, 1, 2, 3 cuts, and then maybe around 1 centimeter thick, cut into this size. Yep. Very easy, right? Okay. And one of the typical radish kimchis we call like a kaktogi. The kaktogi is shaped like a very, how to say, this very exact cube like this. Like this. We make a very cube style the cut for this radish. Sometimes we do this, but today I'm not going to use different shape, which is actually this is my wife's favorite. Okay, the cutting is done, and the next step is to salting. So for this amount we need around maybe this handful, half handful, maybe a little more. just a little more, maybe one handful, and sprinkle around and mix. Okay, now let's wait for maybe 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, now we have a little wilted the radish now. Basically, it was very hard, but now it's elastic like this. And as you can see here on the surface, it's a little watery, so we can find some juice from the radish like this. Yeah. And the taste of this salted radish is like, let me taste on the way. Salty and it's crispy, a little sweet. So now I'm going to discard this water and I'm going to wash a little bit because this as you have seen before, I put too much salt for it, so this is maybe this salt will kill you. So discard water, juice, and cold water. Just rinse. Do not wash it thoroughly. Just rinse. So our salted radish is ready now. In the meantime, I'm going to crush some garlic. So I'm going to need maybe around 10 to 12 garlic. When garlic is done, put aside. When everything is ready, I'm going to season this radish with the sauce that we have. First of all, sugar. For this amount, I'm going to pour 2 tablespoons. Red pepper powder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This seems very much, but actually this is not too much because the desirable color of this radish kimchi is very reddish. The crushed garlic. The shrimp sauce. One, 2 spoons. Mix with your hands. Just a mix. Just to mix thoroughly, evenly, so that they can have even red color like this. They are done. Actually, this looks fine, but this is not the end of the making radish kimchi, because this one is a little bit fish because I used the shrimp sauce. So we need a 3 to 4 days for fermentation. After 3 to 4 days fermentation, and this will be a little sour. So the balance between the sweetness and sourness and little saltiness and some of the umami is very well balanced. So this is not the end, so you have to wait for about 3 to 4 days at room temperature. So for that, I'm going to store this in a container. So put your radish kimchi in the kimchi container. So whatever it is, As long as it can seal the lid, it's okay. So scrap all the sauces. This is essential. 3 days have passed, and now we have nice and yummy juice from the radish. So the whole radish kimchi is covered with lots of juices. So it's now it's a little elastic like this. It seems very yummy. It is salted and it's wilted, but it still maintain its crispy texture. So it's done. Just a plate on a beautiful dish you like, and then you can enjoy as a side dish of your steamed rice.